Hi everyone, welcome back to Nearly TV. Nearly, you look so much happier. What is the secret? I moved. Bye. But in all seriousness, this video is dedicated to when you know it's time to move or change your environment. So I felt it was very important to not only share a little bit about my knowledge, my background, my experience, but also to guide you in when you know it's time for you to change your environment. If you are here, you have clicked on this video for a reason, and that reason being that you feel like you have to change. You feel like your environment you might be feeling a little disconnected to, or that you're just kind of looking for more and your current environment isn't giving you that. So I first want to discuss a little bit about why you clicked on this video, specifically that you feel like it is time to change your environment. These are the signs that you should be looking for. The main sign is feeling disconnected from the city that you're in or your home. Sometimes when we feel like we are no longer resonating with where we're at or the environment that we're in, or it's a little bit more repetitive, that's when we feel like we have other thoughts and other ideas as to why we need to change it. That might be harder because it may be that actual place that you're in. It may be the home that you reside in. Maybe there's a lot going on, or it may be the city that you reside in that you're kind of just outplayed with that lifestyle. Secondly, you might be feeling stagnant, and not in the good way. Stagnant, that you are not complete, that you don't feel satisfied with where you're at currently. And this may be situational, this may change for you, but as of right now, you may be feeling stagnant where you're at. And thirdly, you may not be resonating with the people and your peers around you. Your friends, the way they think, maybe your family members, the way they speak, their lifestyle, their goals, may just not be clicking with you. And that's okay. You have bigger aspirations and you should pursue those bigger aspirations, but in the right place. When you feel like all these signs are hitting home for you, what can we do? What can we do to change these things? Honestly, first step to ever making any changes, but specifically environmental changes, is letting go of your ego. Your ego holds on to a lot of things. Where I reside, the city that I grew up in, my home, oh, I have so much memory holding on to it. It's who I am. It's a big part of my character. Those reasons are very true. It has built up a lot of your character. The place that you've been residing in, the city that you've called home, or the place that you've called home for some time now, rightfully so, has built up your character. But it is no longer serving a purpose for you. And the first step to moving forward from these things and fulfilling that feeling that you want change is to let go of your ego. You cannot hold on to older experiences and still crave new ones. Your character still has learned a lot of things and you still have so much more to learn from. But the absolute first step is letting go of that ego. Second step to changing your environment is making an actionable game plan. Whether that is finance, which is a huge factor for a lot of people, whether that is your peers and the people that you hang around, the way they think, their thought process, and developing new friends that may align more to what you want out of life in that newer environment. And maybe hobbies, picking up on different hobbies to, in a way, differentiate the routine and the older environment that you're in into a newer space. But the difference between making a game plan or a plan and making an actionable game plan is actually putting these things, jotting them down, and figuring out what you can physically actually do to get to that point and complete that type of destination. So for example, I knew I wanted to leave my hometown a year before I actually did it. I came up with this idea. I knew I was going into my senior year of college and I wanted to move out post-grad. So exactly in that year mark, I said, okay, I have an entire year to figure out how I can actually move out. Using resources was one of them. Utilizing the people that I have in my new city and using that towards actionable changes. Asking those people, okay, how did you get to this point? And you should not be afraid to ask for help in these situations. People are meant to help people. Equally so, I put my mindset to I only have 12 months to save up to move out. And that by itself was pretty hard. That was probably my hardest part. Why? Because I was still a full-time college student and I was making minimum wage, but I decided to not only change my source of income, but make sure that I was not spending frivolously. I was being very frugal with my money. I was making sure I was putting that into intentional accounts and intentional savings for my move. By that time that I was at the end of the year mark, I had made an actionable change. And also another thing is I decided to hang around people that wanted the best for me. Those new friends are also part of that actionable change. Your environment, the people you are surrounded by, have a huge impact on these decisions. So I only surrounded myself with people that not only wanted the best for me, but could also equally see me pushing myself to get to this point in my life. And third, possibly one of the more important factors of changing and how to change your environment is setting a date to these things. It's almost essentially making your own personal deadline. The same way you can put deadlines for your job, school, assignment, people's birthdays, gatherings, hobbies, holidays, those things have set dates, and you make sure you're not missing out on those things. So what makes it so different for you that you want this for yourself to not set a date to it? And mind you, changing your environment, like I said, does not have to mean physical. But if you are to be looking to move out of your city or your home, making a change, make sure that you resonate with this, you have sat down with this, and you figure out that this is something you genuinely want for yourself. And when you hold that much importance to something that you want yourself and treat it as important as you do possibly your job or a loved one, you're gonna start valuing a lot of how much power you hold within you. So with that being said, I hope that you go very far in life. I hope that you accomplish this huge change that you are looking to do, and you will complete it in due time. I'm sending you all the support, all the love, and I hope this was really helpful. Thank you again for watching and tuning in, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next episode on Nearly TV.